How's that job search of yours going? Not so good? You might want a little more help and advice. Head to 5strengths.com/webinar to register for my free webinar, Break the Six-Figure Salary Barrier, Master Your Executive Job Search. You'll get great strategies and a ton of free resources to help your job search from a name you can trust. That's 5strengths.com/webinar. Now on to the show. Hello and welcome to the Job Search Podcast. I'm Amy L. Adler of 5 Strengths Career Transition Experts. I'm an executive resume writer. I train on job search. I do presentations on job search. And recently, I have been honored as an inaugural contributor to the Ask the Experts blog on the NRWA.com, the National Resume Writers Association's latest offering. I also wanted to mention to you, you might have heard in a prior episode of this, that I recently launched a VIP service. So if you are struggling to write your own resume, get your job search in order, you might want to have some white glove attention. And I would be more than happy to talk about that with you. If you wanted to give me a call, we can find some time to talk about what you're going through and what you need. My phone number is 801-810-5627. But let's say, for the sake of argument, that you are well on the path to acquiring your next job and you're in the process of negotiating for your compensation package. I wanted to mention today 5 different elements you can control or think about and put up on the table for negotiation as part of your compensation negotiation process. You know, salary can be a tricky thing to negotiate. So when you walk into a new job, or even if you're reevaluating your current contract with your company or your current engagement with your company, maybe a salary increase isn't on the table as an option. Maybe they told you that that can't be done. There are other things that you can ask for in place of a raise, and it never hurts to ask. And the worst thing they can do is say no. Of course, you have to balance this with the relationship that you do have, whether you're coming to them as a new employee or as an existing employee. But you can think about the things that you can ask that are non-salary related that can help you very much. So let's start with the first one, reimbursements. This can take the format of daycare costs or childcare costs. It can take the form of transportation costs. In fact, one of my earliest internships back in the Stone Ages. They couldn't pay me, but they did pay my train ticket, and that was part of my deal, and that was pretty good, especially for a poor college student. Another element that you can ask for reimbursements is tuition, and many companies do have tuition reimbursement programs, but you might want to see what that looks like and get that hardwired into your agreement before you sign. Here's another one that's free. It doesn't cost anybody anything. A new title. So maybe the prior title wasn't at the level that you were hoping for. So this new title that you're asking for sets you up for future promotions. It doesn't cost your company a cent, but it does help you elevate your position in the marketplace, in the environment, in the industry. Here's another one that doesn't cost anybody anything, which is a flexible schedule. If you're a morning person, you might want to negotiate that your workday is 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. instead of the typical 9 to 5. Or maybe you want to start at 11 in the morning and go on till the evening. That is entirely up to you to ask about that. You could also talk about telecommuting or distance working. You could decide how much you're going to balance one or the other so that you are avoiding difficult travel schedules or childcare issues or whatever that might be. And that balance, having a more relaxed schedule and not commuting every single day or commuting on a schedule that makes sense for you, will make up for the lack of salary. Maybe that will help you quite a lot. The fourth item I want to tell you about is unusual because it implies that at some point you're going to break off with your employer or they are going to break off with you. And this is a guaranteed severance package. There's no guarantee that the job you have or the one that you're taking on will be there in a year or 2 years or 5 years. So establishing the parameters for a severance package in your contract or in your hiring agreement will add a little more security. Should the company go in a different direction? Should it go out of business? Should you need something else? This might actually be extremely valuable for those of you who are looking for new roles in startup businesses because you don't know where this is going. So if you have the severance package in place, this adds a new layer of security for you, for the company, because they don't necessarily want to pay that severance package and they want to keep you on. And you have a cushion in case you have to go. The fifth one, more vacation time. Whatever the company offers, typically, you can ask for more vacation time to sweeten the deal. If you take the relative balance between adding additional salary and adding more vacation time, you might find that having a few more days vacation is worth not having additional salary, because you are definitely getting something out of the deal. For all of these, you will never know if you don't ask the question. And the worst thing, as I said, that your employer can say is no. So if there is absolutely a hard ceiling to your salary, there are other things that you can ask for that might make this a more appealing offer. So when working on your contract or on your employment agreement, whether it's the first one or a renewal or a promotion, talk to your hiring manager, talk to your HR manager, and see if you can look at some non-salary compensation options to see if that is going to sweeten the deal for you. Thanks so much for listening to the Job Search Podcast. I'm Amy L. Adler. You can always find me at fivestrengths.com. That's fivestrengths.com. Thanks so much.